Hey, what's up? Because many of you asked, I'm going to show you how to make multiple sourdough bread from mixing to baking in your home kitchen oven. So if you want to bake more bread for your friends and family, or you have planned to sell bread, this video is for you. Let's get into this, shall we? Look at the size of this bowl. You need a giant bowl like this. I have 28 gram salt. This is a recipe for 4 loaves, 1000 milliliters or 1 kilogram water. Mixy and then add 280 gram active starter. I fed my starter 5 hours in advance. My room temperature is around 26 degrees Celsius. And last but not least, we have 1400 gram flour, which is a mix of rye and bread flour. I have 20% rye and 80% bread strong flour. Now use your best tools, I mean your hand. One clean hand to turn the bowl and the other one gonna be your mixer hook. Clean the sides, mixy, turn the bowl. We just want to mix until there is no more dry spot. That's it. This is my no-knead easy peasy method. After you had a shaggy dough like this, don't worry about your hand. Scraper is your best tool. Make sure to wet it up and clean up your hand. Easy peasy, right? Cover it up with whatever you have and let it rest for 30 minutes. You can also do the same process with the help of the mixer. Everything into the mixer, mix for 3 to 5 minutes. We don't want any gluten development and let it rest for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, the magic happened and the dough gained some strength. Now again, with the help of a scraper, I'm gonna bring the dough on the surface. Of course, I wet up the surface and my hands. And with just few simple folds, with the help of a scraper and little bit of water, we don't need flour. And maybe grab the dough from the middle, stretch and fold couple of times. You can even give it some slap and fold. And simply, with the help of the surface, this giant dough comes together. It's that easy, my friend. Back to the other dough after 30 minutes. I'm gonna wet up my hand and give this bad boy one set of a stretch and fold. Everything gonna be the same. The only thing different is the size of the dough. And now wet up your hand again and try to lift the dough up, fold it couple of times and round it up inside the bowl. Clean the bowl with the scraper and let it rest for another 30 minutes. You can do another set of stretch and fold on the surface. To me, it's easier. Then again, round it up into the bowl. This time, let it rest for 45 minutes. Even after second stretch and fold, my dough look like this. It's not sticky at all, hold its shape, and beautiful. After 45 minutes, time to give this bad boy 2 sets of coil fold with 45-minute rest between each sets. For the last set of coil fold, be as gentle as you can. We don't want to lose all of those beautiful air, right? I'm going to release the dough from the side of the bowl to make the job easier, and 2 simple fold is more than enough. Let it finish its bulk fermentation for 2 hours. I'm living in hot climate, so I'm looking for 30% to 50% rice. If your dough temperature is so low, you can even go for 70% rice. A well-fermented dough is puffy and airy, hold its shape, release from the bowl easily, and it's kind of handleable. I'm gonna separate it into 4 pieces. Again, make sure you wet up everything, the surface, your scraper, even your hands. And now, with a very quick touch, you can round the dough up. Be gentle, don't push anything, and make sure to do the process as fast as possible. First, fold all the side to the center, then flip the dough and round it up with the help of the surface. Again, we don't want to push it so hard. This is just pre-shape. If the dough stick to the surface a little bit, don't panic. Just lift it up and fold it on itself a couple of times. Then you can round it up. Let them to relax on the counter for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, shaping time. This is stickier than normal sourdough. So in this part, you can use a little bit of flour if you want. First, I use this technique called caddy clasp. It's a simple shaping method. For the other one also, I'm going to show you another simple shaping method. When we make multiple bread, we need to think about a simple shaping method which is quick and easy. Imagine you're gonna shape 20 loaves of bread. You don't have that much time to play around. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with overproof dough. Let me show you how to turn this to a seeded sourdough bread. Roll the dough a couple of times on a wet towel, or you can spray little water, whatever you like, and then coat the dough in sesame seeds. Of course, you can choose whatever seeds you like. You don't need to use more flour, because after this, the dough not gonna be sticky anymore. Into the banneton, seed sides down, of course. Make sure you don't waste anything. And here you are. Now you know how to make seeded sourdough. Into the fridge for overnight proof. And the next beautiful day, let me show you a game-changer oven setup to bake 4 loaves of bread. A cast iron pan to create steam later. I have 1 baking steel, 1 upside down tray. If you don't have baking steel, just use 2 tray. But make sure you have enough space for the dough to rise. Using baking paper is a must because we don't want anything to stick anywhere. All 4 is gonna release from the banneton easily. And now think about 1 deep confidence score. If the dough was sticky, you can always correct your scoring. Make sure it's deep enough. Go under the edge one more time with less pressure this time. Preheat the oven at least 45 minutes in advance and carefully transfer them into the oven. In this stage, you need to be fast. And now, boiling water and lots of steam. Shut the door quickly. Bake at 230 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. Set the timer. After 20 minutes, the top one has more color, of course, but don't panic. Move them to the lower rack, and of course the one on the lower rack, move to the upper rack. Remove the remaining water. Go ahead and bake these bad boys for another 20 minutes. But this time, reduce the temperature to 215. You can bake 5 more minutes if you want more color. But to me, these are gorgeous. First, check the crust. Can be crispier than this. And then, let's see what we got inside. Beautiful open crumb. I'm so happy. And that's it. Now you know how to make multiple bread in your home kitchen oven. In this case, of course, seeded rye sourdough bread. Like always, keep baking and take good care of yourself.